Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Biggest news, Trump trial. And let's talk about this for a minute. Yesterday, they gave closing arguments, and Trump's attorney talked about Cohen being the greatest liar of all time, the gloat. In addition to that, you had the prosecutor just going off anywhere and everywhere, but not really connecting the dots. Today, this morning, instructions are being given to the jury, and the jury will start deliberating. Just 1 minute ago, it came out of the courtroom that the judge told the jury they could not convict Trump on Cohen's testimony alone. There has to be corroboration. Folks, this is insane. There is no way an unbiased jury would convict Trump on these charges. I mean, it ought to be a quick one. We'll see what happens. All right, Stefanik, state rep up in New York, or not state rep, congresswoman from New York, is filing a complaint against meat merchant Juan, claiming that there was how he was selected. See, these are supposed to be random selections. I can tell you firsthand that while there are random selections, I know people powerful enough to help pick a judge when they're supposed to be random. I've seen it happen. Robert De Niro had a press conference outside the courtroom. Ended in a freaking disaster, getting mocked left and right, being his typical self. He's a Trump hater from way back. Strzok and Page settled their lawsuit with the release of their information. This is crazy. For them to get a nickel for anything is awful. The United States, 320 million Gaza peer aid is falling apart. Everything Biden's administration does is a gosh damn disaster. Democratic convention, you ready for this? They're going to nominate Biden and Kamala virtually, probably even before the convention. Boy, they don't want any funny business on that floor, do they? No, they don't. Dennis Quaid says he's voting for Trump. He says he's his a-hole. He considers the political, legal prosecutions of Trump to put him over the top. This is scary. I didn't know this. Jamie Dimon says it's scary that public companies are decreasing in numbers. In the 1990s, there were 8,000 public-held companies. It's now down to 4,000. He thinks by 2044, it'll be cut in half again. Something weird going on. Now, they say, well, there's private equity money and everything else, but this is scary. You know what that means? Less choices, consolidation. 54% of Democrats want Biden off the ballot. That's not good. China and Russia, according to this admiral right here, are checking out our bases. Well, guess what? They've been doing this forever. We don't need him to tell us that. The infiltration of our country is rampant. Take it all the way back to Obama when he said anybody can come work here. It's awful. Diversity. It's going to kill this country. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Youngstown explosion. Injured 8 and killed 1. Wow. Wonder if it's going to be a gas, whether it's going to be terrorism. I expect, this is what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating a not too soon future that we're going to have terroristic bombs going off in this country all over the place. That's what I see coming. CPS, the Cincinnati Public School System, has a $26 million gap. Wow. The electric scooter guy that got hit down in Covington, you can't make this up. Joe Rudder was down there at the office getting ready to file something, was right next to the scene when it happened. Little guy on a scooter and Joe said he had a Miami Dolphins shirt, a helmet, and a scooter. Next thing you knew, everybody was yelling he was underneath a car. A Kentucky state trooper assigned to Andy Bashir is accused of stealing $10,000 worth of ammo. Uh-oh. Rhonda Blackburn, a lawyer from Pike County, Pikeville, is going to be the new KBA president. Guess what? She might be from the mountains. Nothing's going to change with the old KBA. There's going to be a press conference today at 1 o'clock by Mike O'Connell, Chris Steinemann's best friend. That's a sarcasm. About the Scheffler matter. We'll see if the case gets dropped. Joe Biden, the Republicans in the House have agreed to put him on the ballot. They have to work something out with the Senate. This is the special session that DeWine put together. Cancer by email. A young woman is complaining that she received her diagnosis of cancer by email. Not very personal. Kim Mosier was featured in a Lexington Herald article story yesterday explaining what the Liberty folks are doing to traditional conservatives like herself. And I agree with everything she said. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Do not be an unmannerly, puppy-headed bugbear. Be an oracle.
G'day guys, you're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spindley, the latest headlines. Heavy seas has damaged a temporary pier constructed by the US military to facilitate aid delivery to Gaza. The floating pier, connected to the shore by a temporary causeway, had its causeway segment break off. Humanitarian groups have expressed concern over disruption. Pope Francis has apologized following allegations that he used highly derogatory terms towards gay men. A Vatican statement clarified that the Pope did not intend to offend and expressed regret to those who felt hurt by his words. In other news, pre-election violence in Mexico intensified on Tuesday with another political candidate being injured. The incident is part of a broader pattern of violence as the nation approaches its upcoming elections this week. And North Korea has launched at least 260 balloons containing trash into South Korea, prompting local authorities to advise residents to remain indoor. The South Korean military has cautioned the public against handling the white balloons and the plastic bags attached to them, citing health risks due to the contaminated waste. That's the latest headlines from the news desk. I will be back tomorrow. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. The Reds ended their 4-game winning streak, 7-1. They got to get back on a winning streak. For them to have a chance, they got to have some winning streaks. Panthers 3, Rangers 2. And that NHL. The Negro League stats have become part of Major League Baseball, which means that Josh Gibson passed up Ty Cobb as the all-time highest batting average, like 370-something. The Timberwolves gonna stretch it. Coming back. Maybe they'll win 4 in a row. They beat the Mavs 105-100. And Scott I don't pronounce this right. Usatz, who has coached Covington Catholic for about a dozen years, won 2 state championships, is going to retire from the Covington Catholic Colonels. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. This one's for Spin. Today in history, King Charles II came back and became King of England again after being exiled as a kid. He never did have an heir. You know why? He fathered 12 illegitimate children. Wow. He was a wanker. The Home Alone home is for sale for about $5 million. I'm sure because of what home it is, adds value to the home. It looks like a pretty nice place. I think it's near Chicago. So if you want the Home Alone home, $5 million. Sad story. General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter was shot and killed by some carjackers. Sad story. And his ex-fiancée has been upset about it. But unbelievable. She spoke out about the crime going on. You know why? Because the prosecutors out there are unmannerly, puppy-headed bugbears. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.